All right. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Yes, we are. You the puppy. You are the puppy. You are a good puppy. Yeah. There's no one else up to... He only comes and bothers me when there's nobody else to come bother yet. Everyone else just being lazy. Am I the only one? We'll get a dog cam at some point, but probably when I move into my real office. I have... I'm saying I've started work on it, but I've started working on it. Then I'm starting to take the first steps, which is partially tear out some old water damage drywall and stuff that was on the one wall. So I've started working on it, but all right. As many of you know, just let's see. As many of you know, a little while ago, I signed a petition publicly that about the importance of NIST's NVD. And we actually have a follow-up finally many months later where the Inspector General is asking my opinion. Well, probably others' opinions as well. But there's a survey out where the Inspector General is wanting people from the field to talk about why the NVD is important. And I'm going to take the survey. So if you want to join me, let's go ahead and jump into that and take the survey together. The National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST's National Vulnerability Database NVD Usage Questionnaire. This is kind of interesting. So supposedly brief, sweet, voluntary. I not required. That's fantastic. And anonymous. I love this because it's not actually anonymous is what I'm getting, because it's anonymous. Your response will be not attributed to you in the Inspector General's audit report. But then it responses will be subject to the Freedom of Information Act and may become public. Any confidential, commercial information or sensitive information in the responses should be appropriately marked and may be withheld from Freedom of Information requests if certain circumstances are met. The responses may appear in the OIG's, the Inspector General's audit report, which may be publicly posted. The doc OIG will aggregate and or anonymize any responses cited in this. So they're not actually anonymous. What they're saying is what the Inspector General will do when they release it will be to anonymize it. So publicly, they're not going to post any of it, but let's be real. They know who I am. They know who we are. Let's get into it. We're already 10% done. We're 20% done. All right. The National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, Vulnerability Database, NVD, Usage Questionnaire. Okay, maybe this doesn't change throughout it. I won't read that. Do you acknowledge that by participating, you are representing yourself as an individual and not the organization? Yes. Did you sign the open letter that was sent to Congress? I believe I did. Maybe I didn't. Oh, this is not alphabetized. Yeah. Huh. Boom. Right there. So yes. Yes, I did. Is the NVD your primary source of vulnerability data? I might have to look this up. It is one that I personally heavily rely on. I have started to rely a little bit less on it, but I have previously highly relied on it. I'm going to put it this way. Before NIST was having its issues, it was a strong yes. So I'm going to just answer that way. I was just thinking like, and again, personally, not speaking from company's standpoint, would still say that NIST NVD is the place I'd go for if I'm covering the news and I want to talk about one of those things or something, I pull up that. So yeah. It's been a good has been. Rate the importance of each component. Okay, so let's see. Common vulnerability scoring system. I mean, I think this is moderate importance. Common weakness enumeration, moderate importance. Common platform enumeration. I actually feel like this could be of high importance, but hasn't classically affected me. This I think is super. The known exploited vulnerabilities. References are super important. Yeah. Rate the overall importance of the NVD to your work. So this is really difficult because they asked me to respond personally to something that's used very professionally, right? That's like asking, how do you use C++ in your personal life? Well, like C is super important to me professionally. It is not really important to me privately. I do use NIST personally, and they asked me representing myself, which I am representing myself. They weren't asking me to devoid myself of professional courtesies or professional thoughts here. So I'm going to say like the importance is very high. If I was responding with just like for individuals, I would say probably moderate, but that's just because it's lower in the impact chain when a vulnerability gets to an individual. But rate your satisfaction of the following aspects of NIST communication regarding the state of the NVD backlog. Communication for this question is defined as official communications from NIST, such as social media posts, website updates, emails, or presentations at industry cons. So those of you just joining, the OIG is the Inspector General of the United States. Um, NIST is the National Institute of Science and Technology, and the NVD is the National Vulnerability Database. If you remember, not so long ago, I signed a petition when stuff was going kind of wonky. So this is an open letter from cybersecurity professionals. This is maybe a stretch for me. I do deal a lot with cybersecurity where I work, so it was acceptable. I talked to several people before I signed this, but I did end up signing it because I have been working with security quite a bit. So this is an open letter for people talking about their concerns about the NVD when it was having its hiccups. And there's been a decent amount of disruption in the industry because the NVD used to be a pretty single source of truth. So this was a pretty big deal when it happened. That being said, the Inspector General sent out a questionnaire, and I thought I would fill it out with you all. Rate your satisfaction with the following aspect of NIST communication. Now, I have to say, I wish this survey allowed me to give a little bit more flavor to these because, like, I'm probably not the best. I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to go with somewhat unsatisfied. I don't know that the frequency is actually that bad. I don't tend to follow NIST's NVD specifically. So like their communication of the NVD backlog, I followed it when it was a problem. I followed it when it was doing that. I don't know that it was great. There was large gaps like you would expect from any government body where they make statements and then you're waiting weeks. So I'm definitely not satisfied on that. As far as that goes, I'm not like sitting on social media waiting for the next tweet from NIST on NVD, right? So I don't know. I guess probably nobody is. That would be my guess. If there is somebody, let me know. Comprehensiveness. They're usually pretty comprehensive when I've read stuff from them. I don't feel like they're lacking in information, so I'm somewhat satisfied. They're obviously not. I've never read one of their things and been like, wow, that just makes so much more sense now. So, transparency, yeah, not satisfied at all with that. Yeah, there we go. I have a tendency. I have a tendency with these to be always in the middle. I'm like, oh, the extremes feel rough, but that's me taking surveys. The psychology behind it, I don't know. Since the backlog of enriched CVE records begin to form in February 2024, have you relied less on NVD for vulnerability management? Yes. Please briefly explain why you relied less on NVD for vulnerability management. Originally, the NVD was with any critical system if the future of that system because you follow the Null news. That's why you should know about it, because I did cover this. I did cover this. Not only do I cover the news, but I actually take steps. I sign petitions. I sign open letters. What'd you know? It's the first time I've signed an open letter to the government. The nice thing about an open letter is you can Freedom of Information Act it all you like. It was an open letter, so literally everybody could read it. All right. Originally, the NVD was the source of truth for me within a critical system. If the future of that system is called into question, it becomes important to me, for me to diversify those systems to ensure let's just do something really quickly. I just want to fix the spelling. Is that all? That's not all. Is this all spelled correctly? It can't be. 1 second. Let me. I couldn't have just spelled everything correctly. All right. I guess I did. Guess I did. Okay. I'm a make this sound more see what it says. It's effectively the same thing. Okay, moving on. Okay, we will not capitalize that. Actually, that's kind of a run on, isn't it? It probably should be. That should be okay. The National Institute of Standards and Technology. I keep reading this, but this keeps staying the exact same. It's baiting me. Could have made this a little bit bigger, couldn't I? I could have. I didn't, but I could have. Does the NVD offer enrichment data or services that cannot be found in other vulnerabilities databases? Now? I'm going to answer as if it was November 2024. I'm going to say yes, because they did offer services that couldn't be found in other vulnerability databases then. Please just briefly describe what the NVD offers in terms of enrichment data or services that cannot be found in other vulnerability databases. The major the NVD was the source of open enrichment data. This was the single place that people could go and get this data. As a public service, it provided a place for the American people and professionals. As a public service, it provided a place for American people and professionals to check. I guess the big thing was this was, a place that you could go. It was a public service, whereas none of the other ones were public services. I don't know if that makes sense. The one thing for sure is the number of spelling mistakes I make. Yeah, me too. I guess it's just really the open enrichment data. That's what it was. Done. Done. There we go. There we go. Survey done. All right. Let's just do a little Rust. Let's do a little Rust. Scott B, you missed it. We just finished taking, quite possibly, the most impactful survey that that I'm ever going to take in my life. You'll see probably back in November 2024, I reported on the news about the NIST database and the issues and struggles that was happening. Basically, in November, they started to formulate a backlog of CVEs under review, and I brought that up. So, in that as well, during that time, I signed an open letter to the NVD to basically, yeah, I signed an open letter. You can read the open letter. It's an open letter, so like go read it to the United States government about the NVD and its future. So mine's right there. Done. And this week we got a response from the Inspector General about NIST's NVD, and so I just filled it out. That was it. And the entire time we were taking that survey, I was installing stuff because I'm on Arch. I did one thing that I installed open code. I actually it might not be working. It might not be working. You need bun locally. Oh, like this is like for development. Okay. Oh, there we go. I think I'm gonna make a video about that, but I think with Claude Code and Open Code, I've actually talked about doing something like Open Code myself. So I'm gonna see if it's as good as what I would do. It's probably better, to be honest. But I think Cursor's goose is cooked. And the reason is they tied themselves to a thing. They tied themselves to a editor, which I've always commented from the very beginning was stupid. And Claude Code, Open Code are both coming out as APIs. so that you could do like the agent thing in anything. Like open code like is for the terminal. I really wanted to make it like an API that did stuff, which would have like a terminal side, like you could plug into your terminal. But anyways, we'll explore that more probably Friday. Probably Friday if I can scrape it all together. I need to play around a little bit more with it in Claude Code. Are you sure those people could read the big words? Look, Scott B, what I've learned is when you're trying to get people to do something, you don't insult them at the same time. That's just my hot take. Unless if you're like wanting them to punch you in the face. If you're trying to like incite them, like that's a whole nother question. But like if you're trying to get them to work with you, but we use very small words. We use very small words so that they could understand all of it. I've actually had to be dealing with this more in my professional career. Is explaining explaining technical things to non-technical people. I think I'm actually pretty bad at it, so I don't know why I keep doing it more and more. Yeah, I don't know why people keep depending on me for this job. It's not the job I was designed for. I was not designed for explaining technical things to non-technical people. Like, explaining technical things to less technical people, to more junior people, fine. I'm good with. I can do it. You give me a PhD student, and I can explain technical things to the PhD student. No problem. No problem at all. You give me the head of human resources, I don't know that I'm the person. I don't know. I have had that before, Scott. I have had. There's been a couple of times when I'm not normally a very insulting person, but you know you can push me. You can push me, and there's been a couple of times when I'm not sure. I'm not sure they realized. All right. Let's see. Cargo run game wordle. This should fail. Oh, I forgot about this issue. Yeah, I was done at that point when I got to this issue. I was like, no. All right. What do we need to do? Let's play around with. I could. I think I can just use 2.27 now. I think I can just use this. We're gonna try. And then we're gonna blow away the cargo lock. And then we're gonna try this. Should we just recently updated? But we could try updating our nightly, right? Let's update our tool chain. We're on nightly. Yeah. I guess we're on 186 and we are on 188. So possibly we just need to be on 188. Yeah, 190. 190. We're a little behind. I know that Toggle uses nightly almost indicatively with everything. He's on the bleeding edge. So it would not surprise me if this was it. Yeah. Look at that. I fixed it. This is gonna fail to run though, just so you all know. I'm that good. Yeah. Let's see. We have Twitch checked. Oh, okay, cool. Now what do we need? We need a 5-letter word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is where we kind of ended. We got everything set up, but it no work. So let's make it work. That's what we need to do. If you guys didn't see, Saturday was actually a ton of fun, and a huge shout out to Togglebit. Let's give him. Actually, is Mr. Toggle streaming right now? I don't think so. Go follow Togglebit. And the reason I say to do that, he spent, I don't know how long, I'm gonna say like 2 or 3 hours on Saturday with me. It was a ton of fun from my perspective, but a lot of work on his part. So he deserves your support. Go follow him if you've not. Is he on holiday? He deserves to be on holiday after helping me. Absolutely. Okay, so we got that fixed. That's running. Let's go check out what is wrong with this. Now, we have this whole backend that's getting a message. Let's actually print. So this game loop is what will do it, right? Where's our start game? We're building this, and then we spawn this loop, and we have the emitter, and that emitter is the thing. Let's see, wait. Yeah. That we move back here. Let's make sure that we're getting something here. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're just emitting garbage, right? So let's do this. This is the winning word, right? Let's see. Select a winner. Let's see. Yeah, and this returns what we want, winning word. So let's just put this in here, right? The return type of this call. Oh wait, is this an option? No. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. Never mind. This was unwrap or never mind. We were already doing. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we're doing this fine. Let's print this. I wish that we had a. Can we print this? I don't know. Print line. I've never printed just a. Yeah, that looks fine. Variables can be used directly in the format string. Oh, I did remember this. I chronically don't use that. All right, let's see. So I guess we do have to wait for a round to be up. And there's nothing that shows a round, right? There's no counter. And we don't have chat going here. Oh, there we go. Round 262926181. Winning word is sub. Okay, so we did have something. I mean, this is good. We did have something. Now, that round count is I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Okay, despite the round count, which is a number, we can make this better. Round count, there we go. Okay, so what is going on with this round count? It's almost like this is probably an int, right? This is getting typed as an int. Yeah, an I32. So I was gonna say it almost feels like I subtracted from it, but like it's not. Let me see if I'm doing something stupid with it. I mean, obviously I'm doing something stupid with it. Oh. I found out my mistake. All right. I am just incrementing this super fast, right? The round shouldn't increment until... Yeah. Okay, so this is me being dumb. Okay, cool. That's good. I enjoy knowing when it's my fault. The round only counts when the timer, or increments, when the timer is up, right? Okay, so let's see. If the start time elapsed is greater than the guess duration, this is when we would increment the round count. We would increment the round count at the end of this. All right. This should fix this, right? The other thing that I should do that would make this easier is if I actually was putting Twitch chat over here so that we could see messages incoming. Round 1. Winning word is okay, okay. Now, the emitter is not working. Or we're not dealing with it correctly. That might be the case. Let's actually check that out. We're gonna speed up these rounds. I think this would be too fast for you guys having fun playing, but we'll speed them up for testing. Now we build this emitter, which is going to emit to this main. So this main component up here should get a row and a row message. Okay, let's see what we send it. So we should give a row, which should be that first row, and a row message. Right. This looks actually fine, right? Right, because it's this row message, which has the data. Okay. So then we do the by attribute ID message, and then we send the row message. Let's go check where we receive this. So we have the cell with the letter status and the letter, which is now just a U8. Oh, you know what? Now we can look at the templates, not the HTMX templates, but this. Yeah, okay, this is probably it. So let's see, our cell state has a letter and a status. And we have a list of those on the row, right? All right, so for cell in, so this should be cell, Let's see, cell dot letter. That should get it printing, whether it gets us the right color or not. I mean, we can actually go through here, and this is not state. This is cell. Let's see, what? I guess it's just status. Yeah. And then this one is basically if the status is what? So for the background colors, if it's yellow, so this would be 2, right? 2. 1. I'm not sure. We'll see. That's probably wrong. That's probably wrong. All right, it's changing. Let's see. All right, so we got a winning word. We omitted it. Doesn't quite look right. You know what we could do? We could do quite a few things. Okay, let's see. Let's do this here. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna find the on message and just walk through the on message and maybe put some print in it. So when our row thing gets a message, component for row on message, it doesn't do anything. This could be our problem. It just says, how convenient. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, let's come out and say. I don't think this exists, yeah. Oh, I don't think that exists. Let's see, row state equals row state message into. Right. So we can convert. Can we just set row state equal to this? I don't know if this will work. Let's just try this though. Can we just do date equals that? No, I can't overwrite it. So I need to. No, it doesn't have state. It passes state in here, so we just need to, all right, well, we'll just make a thing here for it. No, we make it up here on the state object, right? So if we if we do this, that's right, Rust is the one true equalizer of the AIs. What I wanted to do was basically just do let's see, copy from do we want to do something like that? Ew. 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 Alright. Ooh, actually. But instead of this, can we do row message? Yeah. So instead of this, I forget what this looks like exactly. Yeah, just data. Something like this. Not like that. Whoa. I thought that was our from. So this is from cell to cell state. So we have on this, we have row message, we have cells. And we have a from row to row state already, right? Let me look at this. So row state, really all it has is the list of cells with their cell states. And so we just need to build a list of cells from the row message, right? And we can just do this. I don't like this. We could do something like this, right? But is this something we want to do? I much would prefer to just set it here, but I can't really do that, can I? No, so I kind of have to do state dot copy from. I feel like if Toggle was here, he would have a better way of doing this. We can just pass the message into that. I don't know. I don't know. That feels gross. That feels gross. Nay. I don't think our rounds work properly, so like if I do another guess, it's not gonna go in the next box, I don't think. I think there's some logic to work there, but we also need to tell the UI that not to print the numbers. I know that Toggle was very adamant this was the right way of doing this, sending it as a U8, but I think sending it as a U8 is not. What I need to do what do I need to do? The letter is coming as a U8. I was hoping that this was getting translated, but it's not. Ah, no. I didn't mean it that way. Toggle does Rust a whole lot more than me. So if he's adamant this is the better way, then he's probably right. It has fewer allocations. that to him, that's the better way every single time. Fewer allocations. So it will have fewer allocations. If I was doing this in C, it would be similar, but I don't know. I've never made a TUI in C either. So just print it as the numbers. You do something like this. Let's see. He has like a list of functions, right? To stir. Let's try to stir on this. Is it a... Stab in the dark? Yes. Did not work. Did not work. Do I need to just convert it in Rust? Again? I'm trying not to do that. I can do that. I can do that if I need to. I was trying to just take it like this. They have to stir, to float, round, contains, to upper, or to lower. I don't know of any other way to display it, so at this point, I think what I just need to do is make the state you know, go away from what Toggle said. What we can do is make the state not this. How do you go from a U8? Can you just do into? Cool. I've never gone from a U8 to a char. What does this do? What does this do? Cool. So there's the guess. I'm the winner. None of you are typing. Probably because you guys have me on. I know that I'm always having people on the background, like 99% of the time. And when I do interact, it's like forcefully, like I gotta go interact because I want to support them. Okay, so cool. Now our rounds, obviously we're not doing a round 2. That's horrifying. Scott B, I was not whining about you. You do a really good. I was not whining. I apologize. I apologize. I'll call you all out, but that was not something you need called out for. Okay, so it's Wordle. It's Wordle, but Twitch chat plays it. So if you notice, like when I was testing this, I was actually, I have to send a Twitch chat message, right? So like, this is the message I sent in, it has to be a 4-letter word. Obviously your guess doesn't have to actually be a word. But so the idea is that Twitch chat is going to play Wordle. And basically how the rules of the game are right now is that everyone guesses, and everybody, when you guess, your last guess. So if you guess 100 times, your last guess is the one that's used. And then basically it's a voting system. So the word that has the most guesses will win that round and get inserted into here. And the group of people that win the guesses, that get the correct guess, will get a point, and we'll have a scoreboard of people who can win Wordle the fastest in Twitch chat. All right. Yes. So we have a little bit of work left to do. We were getting the UI in shape, and like getting the whole, like, there's going to be a round, and so like one of the things that I'm seeing now is we don't go to round 2. But yeah, basically when you're chatting, when this is running, any 5-letter word is counted as a guess. That way you don't have to like type exclamation point or something else in front of it. You can just kind of type your 5-letter word and go. It's meant to be kind of fast paced, and something fun for Twitch chat to do while I'm making coffee or something. Are you going to have a spell check? No. If you screw up the spelling, that's on you, right? That's not on me. I thought about, like, if you type a 5-letter word, but it's not an actual word, I could send like a private message back in Twitch. But then I also thought, like, nah, that's on you. That's your guess. I don't care if it's right or not. Use hack font and bold. Okay. I agree with that. Hack font and bold it is. Oh, Nightbot, we all have a few little evil twins, okay? You just gotta calm down. Yeah. That's a good point. Actually, can we... Ooh, maybe we can just fix that in the UI. Let's see. Because in the back end, I could just do to upper on everything. That's a guess, actually. I should normalize it. Anyways, so I'm just going to do to upper on everything when I receive it. Scott B, you could send that, but you'd have to get everybody else to agree to it, right? So like, let's say everybody sends a different word. Then it's just going to randomly pick one as the winner, right? Let's say 2 people pick words. I think that's 5 letters. Anyways, let's say five people pick words and you send that. Well, words is going to get picked, right? Because that's the most selected one. I don't know. We're going to experiment. It's Twitch playing a game, so there's a lot of people, so the rules of the game are a little different. If there needs to be a spell check, we'll add a spell check later. It's not on the MVP, okay? It's not on the MVP. So right now you can send nonsense words if you like. It won't be a match, but you're right, you could leverage that. We'll see if that is fun or not. If it's not fun, we'll get rid of it. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to do to upper. I think that was one of them. Yeah, to upper. No. Wrong words. Wrong words. Cool. Cool. Beautiful. The other thing that I need to do is make the default a space so that they're the right size all the time. Because this just annoys me. Let's see, what is the default? Oh, I'm gonna have to do default for this, aren't I? All right, well. Let's do it. Okay. And not a 0. We want a space. Yeah. Something like that. That did not work out quite as I had wanted. I thought these would all be big like these because they have a space in them. Oh, wait. Is it the cell state, though? The cell state, though. Yeah, cell state default. What is this? Do we derive default on cell state? No. Oh, we do. So we can't do that anymore. Ample default per cell state. Yeah. This should now do what we want. There we go. Those are some nice big boxes. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Let's see if we can't fix this. Round 1 is the only round we ever play. Okay, we need to work on the UI just a little bit because 1, there's no indication of the round progressing. We can get rid of this box here. Maybe should we put that information around the bottom, like round 1 down here? Or should we slide all of this down and put we should put it across the top. That's right. We should put it across the top. That was a silly idea. Okay. So let's do that. Let's see. So this is our button. We'll get rid of that. This is our vertical stack. So here we need like a... What do we need? What do we need? A span? We're going to have to emit messages to this thing. So we're going to have to make a whole component, aren't we? Okay. Okay, so this is going to be just a little bit of work. I can't just throw text in here, but we can actually do that for right now, right? Just to see how this goes. Let's do text. Make sure. Ooh, maybe we don't. We could just use the global state and update that, or the main state, right? That might be the way to do it and keep it more simple. Let's see. So I got rid of the button here. No text though. That's not what I wanted. This is there. One second, let's delete this. Yeah, okay. So you can't do that. Let's do... Can you do this? I'm wondering if this is because you can't like do this. You have to do like a concat or something. Let's see. I'm not sure you can do this. Which is fine. We can just put it in like in here. We can put all this. And then what we probably want to do is the span, right? Which was down here, and we could do like a span middle. Yeah. So let's just delete this. That did not work out how I thought it was going to. The span only uses the style text on the same line. Span cannot be used on its own. It has to belong to it. Oh, I understand what it's doing now. This would be like the state instead of adding. State.round. This is what would... Okay. And we don't have that state right yet. I got it. Okay, cool. I wasn't quite understanding what span was doing. It was a skill issue. Are you spamming chat with spans? Is that what we're doing now? I like it. I like it, by the way. Okay. And that will keep this. We don't need a new component for this, so that will keep the simplicity down. I like it. That will also let us know at the top what we're doing. Sounds good. It'll keep track of everything, like the current round. We'll also need a timer. Do we put the timer in this? We might do that. So like every second that goes down, we decrease some from the timer. That's probably what we'll do. Okay. Well, I gotta get going. It's a good little hour and a half. Morning workout. Oh, okay. Yeah, I meant to get up earlier. I'm working on it. I hope you guys have a fantastic, wonderful Wednesday. July 2nd, Wednesday. Where are you going? To work. You were up at 5? I was not. I was up at 6. I was up at 6, but I didn't get streaming until 7:15. Gotta deal with, well, say I awoke at 6. I didn't get out of bed until like 6:30. That was part of the problem. And then taking the dogs for a walk. Making a cup of coffee. All of that. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are enjoying these little morning streams. Making sure that I stay limber throughout the week. So I'm not just rusty with rust on Saturday. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys Friday. I'll see you guys Friday. We're probably going to do a little bit longer than normal on Friday because I don't have to work on Friday. So not going to do it too long. Got stuff to do with the kids in the afternoon. Don't want to be too tired, but we'll probably go to like 9:30, 10 on Friday. So cool. All right. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later.